Tofugu!
Where does Koichi
How do you
live?
feel about the turtle massacre?
How do I get a job? When is the next
Today's question comes from Emily Morse. They ask,
Right now, I'm stuck trying to decide if I want to study in Japan for a single semester or a full year. I've heard from students coming back from study abroad that they really wish that they were able to stay longer because they felt that they had to go home just as they were beginning to feel more comfortable speaking Japanese. At this point, fluency is my main goal, but I also have to consider that my time spent in Japan might make it difficult for me to get other credits that I need in order to graduate. Do you think that extra semester would be that beneficial?
now this is just an estimate based on my own experience and people I've talked to, but progress comes in quick bursts. What I mean by that is this. Basically, you're there, you're in Japan, you're speaking Japanese all the time. You don't feel like you're making a lot of progress for, I'd say about 3 months. You're kind of plateaued, some would say. Then all of a sudden, boom, you leap up in ability level. And then after that, you kind of plateau again for another 3 months. At least this is what it feels like. During that whole time, you are actually learning a lot of things, but they kind of come together, they pile on each other, and all of a sudden they create something that wasn't there before, letting you move up to the next level. Now, with the amount of experience that you have, and I'm just kind of guessing here, I'd say that you need about 3 of these bursts in order to reach some pretty good fluency. So that's 9 months. But if you can get 4 of these, that's 1 year, you'll go from being fluent to, well, actually fluent. Like pretty comfortably, pretty confidently fluent. So yeah, definitely, I think an extra semester will make a big difference. If you can go there for the whole year, then all the more power to you. Now this equation, of course, assumes that you are using Japanese all the time. Like if you go to Japan and you stay in a dormitory where everyone speaks English or whatever your language is, you're not going to make these level ups every 3 months. But if you're using Japanese all the time, about 3 months is what it takes. So I'm assuming that you're going to use your Japanese all the time. If you're not, well, you're going to need a little bit longer time. Generally though, 1 year is just about the perfect time to do it in. But, you know, you got to weigh in your own situations. If you need to graduate at a certain time, well, maybe you can't stay as long and, well, that's too bad. But if it were me, personally, I would definitely stay the extra time. I would try to stay at least a year. Even after a year, you're going to come back, you're going to regret not staying longer. Pretty much everyone does unless they have a really bad experience. Then, well, they regret not coming back sooner, I guess. But that's just the opinion of one person. For all of you who have studied in Japan or have studied abroad, what is your suggestion to Emily? Should she stay longer? Let us know in the comments below and maybe we can help Emily make a terrible life decision. Together.
Do you have questions for Tofugu? Ask them in the comments or post them on Twitter with the hashtag AskTofugu.